It takes designers to make a pair of kicks a reality, but it takes players to make those kicks into a phenomenon. 6 pro players were chosen by Nike in 1982 to represent the best aspects of this iconic shoe. And what has become a legendary poster, these 6, known as the original 6, posed on an airstrip dipped in flight suits meant to explore the galaxy while they rocked sneakers that went on to conquer the earth.
Basketball kids wanted to emulate their heroes, and their heroes were Moses Malone and Bobby Jones and Jamal Wilkes and people like that. So you saw that and you wanted to dress like them, and that was cool to basketball kids.
These guys were just iconic heroes, mythological creatures, you know? And then of course, any kid is just gonna be like, what is he wearing? Like, what is giving him the ability to do those moves?
When I was a young boy growing up, my 2 older brothers, you know, they used to rock Airs on the schoolyard, you know, with the strap on, off. It's our whole flavor.
Original 6, right? You got the Air Force team, and that was, you know, that's what you wanted to aspire to be.
When they sold Air Force Ones, they sold the sneaker and gave you a poster. You might have got one of Bobby Jones for his defense. You might have got one of Moses.
Posters were the internet and the cable television of that time period. A kid would take a poster, put it on his wall, and that was the game communicating to that kid.
It was the elite group. I mean, you didn't have that many people that wore Air Force Ones. You couldn't play, you couldn't wear Air Force Ones. You know, because a guy will come up to you and say, your game ain't tight enough for you to wear Air Force Ones, bro. So I think you need to give Air Force Ones up or get a game up.
Basketball was consistently more efficient back in the day. You had certain players who specialized in certain things. They came out, they hit the floor, they provided those things every game, every season. If you could come down court every time, perform a certain play and score, then you was gonna keep doing that play. You was gonna keep making that move or doing that play until someone stopped you. Moses' game was epic. You know, Moses is a legend and his game was epic. When we look at the Air Force One and think about what the players who wore the Air Force One, how they kind of gelled and meshed with the shoe, I think that Moses' consistent nature and his epic nature are parallel with the consistency of the Air Force One for 25 years and beyond. All the original 6 players were defensive specialists, but Michael Cooper, or Coop, was consistently on that defensive end, just putting it down all the time. Every once in a while, in a clutch situation, he could come down court, somebody give up the ball to him, boom, Coop hit that 3-pointer. Coop could deliver. Bobby Jones, 6th Man of the Year award. Bobby Jones would come off the bench and put in work. The Philadelphia fans, when they saw him coming onto the court, they knew, okay, if everything else goes wrong in this game, I know this cat right here is about to put it down. I know he's about to put in work. Jamal Wilkes, smooth as silk. Cats on the street like to say his game was butter. It was kind of on the DL sometimes, very quiet, almost like an assassin. Would come in like a thief in the night and drop 30 on you, and before you know it, this cat got stats on you that ain't nobody had on you all year. Michael Thompson was that type of player who you could call on. He was a defensive specialist who could provide you some offense. But again, he symbolized the Air Force One's resilient nature and the versatility and the confidence it takes to play at that level. Calvin Nat King Cole. Later on in life, Calvin Nat became a mortuary owner. I've said before, I think that he is the type of player to bury his opponents. You know, the Air Force One is a very prolific shoe. It's on feet all over the world. Calvin Nat would come out on the court every night and provide you with a prolific stream of points. You would know you've been scored on.
They never advertised this sneaker, and it's an icon. There's never been a commercial. The ones who know about them know that there was a poster with 6 guys on it who were super cool, know that Moses Malone wore them in the championships and they were incredible.
And I think that's what made that original 6 poster so special, because they represented the shoe. It wasn't just, you know, a cat dunking or, you know, standing in front or holding the shoe or whatever. It was them out on that airstrip about to take off into, you know, the future. And 25 years later, everything that poster said is proven to be true.
So, I mean, the sneaker got a history just like the game. From 82 to now, count the years.
If there's one thing that probably use the word rewarding is most rewarding, is that the shoe at 25 years later can still perform at an NBA level. That it's not something that everybody has gone past and said, oh, I would never wear that shoe.
Put my heart in each cut and each wound. In tremendous shape, homes I can't lose. I survived and passed all the tests. Can't nobody tell me that I'm not the best.